with over 100 kilometers of skiing slope. It's around 2.5 hours drive. Everyone from the Spanish coast rush up to the Sierra Nevada. Plan that within your day because you can waste a lot of time in these queues. Make sure you're there early. Right guys, welcome back to the High Homes YouTube channel. I'm Kian Benani and today we're doing something totally different. Our videos are normally in the sun. Look at us, we're in the snow. We're here in Sierra Nevada and we're doing this video to show you guys what Sierra Nevada is all about. So you're gonna follow us and my team for a weekend in this beautiful ski resort in the south of Europe. For those of you that don't know it, this ski resort is the biggest in the south of the entire continent. And in this video, you're gonna learn a bit about what you guys need to know, how to travel here, where to stay, the best places to eat, and all the tips. So if you plan that perfect weekend away, you'll be a pro. Are you guys ready? Oh yeah, and we're gonna be talking about the actual costs of staying here. We're gonna be talking about the quality of the slopes, the actual slopes, the cost down to the cent, most importantly, the atmosphere. First of all, let's talk about where Sierra Nevada is and how easy it is to get here. Sierra Nevada is located in the south of Spain, in the autonomic region of Andalusia, and within Andalusia, it's located in Granada, right? So if you're driving here like we did, we drove here, the entire team, 5 cars from Marbella, it's around 2.5 hours drive. That is from Marbella, Costa del Sol, but Granada is also very easily accessible from other Andalusian cities and places nearby. So, if you're in Andalusia, generally speaking, within 2 to 3 hours, you should be able to get to Granada and Sierra Nevada. What's the drive here actually like? Well, I drove here in our car and the drive is actually quite okay. It's very big roads, like the Spanish roads, all the way to Granada, 2 hours of just normal motorway, which is really comfortable. And then when you start climbing, that's when the roads get quite windy. So that's a bit of, sort of a watch out for you guys which might be driving here yourselves. The last 30 minutes when you're climbing up to Sierra Nevada, so you need to climb up to the 3,000 meters of altitude to get to the base, that's when the roads become windy and you need to sort of watch out and reduce your speed. A pro tip is if it's very icy, local authorities might ask you to have snow chains for your wheels in the back. So make sure that you've got that covered and you've got a spare set just in case. Right, so I've just come across this map which really explains how Sierra Nevada is laid out and I thought I'd share it with you guys. So this is the town of Sierra Nevada. This is the Plaza Prado Llano, this is where we are right now, where you'll find all the restaurants and sort of all the activities. Then you have sort of the residential area above and you've got hotels scattered around. Most of the hotels are here. And obviously, for example, the hotel we're staying at, Marbella and the Lodge, the really high-end hotels here. And you got all the slopes here on the right-hand side, okay? So when you drive up for Granada, you'll be parking in this underground parking, which is under the plaza, all right? And this is actually what Sierra Nevada looks like. It's really sort of easy to navigate. Watch out, because there are no taxis in Sierra Nevada, so you're gonna have to walk everywhere. That's a pro tip for you guys. And then here you have all the slopes with La Veleta, which is the highest point of Sierra Nevada with 3,396 meters above sea level, Los Borreguiles, and so on. So actually later I'll do an overlay of the different slopes, but you can see how easily it is to sort of walk around, how easy it is to navigate Sierra Nevada. So hope that's helpful. So let's talk about who Sierra Nevada is actually for. Sierra Nevada, one of the big misconceptions is that Sierra Nevada is a place for pros and for elites, and that's not the case. Sierra Nevada is a place for beginners. It's full of ski schools, it's full of slopes which are easy for beginners. And to be honest with you, I myself, I'm here for the first time at 32 years old and I'm starting my journey of skiing, and it's a real perfect place to get started. Later on, we're gonna show you guys what the slopes look like. And when I say for beginners, it doesn't mean that the people which are at the elite level or pro levels can't ski here or snowboard here. There are so many different kind of slopes for different levels. What I mean is that beginners have easy slopes and then the elites have a lot more complex and amazing slopes throughout the entire resort. Oh, and a really important thing to keep in mind is doesn't matter if you don't speak Spanish, most people here speak English when it comes to services, ski lessons, so you're not going to be left in the dark if you don't speak Spanish. The reality is Sierra Nevada is great for everyone, for families, for couples, or even if you're coming by yourself. You have the center of town, you have so many amenities. So if you're a family and some of you ski and other people don't ski, There's so many amenities, so many things you can do while your family members are skiing, so you're not left sort of alone. And also for those of you which ski, the amenities after or après-ski are just fantastic, which we'll talk about in a moment. To give you guys an example, I'm here with the entire High Homes team, and the reason we're here is we're celebrating our 2025 year, right? So we had a fantastic year in 2025, and I promised the team if we hit our goals, we would come for 2 days to this ski resort and have an incredible time, and that's exactly what we're doing. So, it's our turn to share all the insights of what we're doing with you guys, so you guys can also learn from our experience. We're staying in this beautiful hotel, Marbella, with 20 people. We're, discovering the slopes, discovering the restaurants, and I hope that part of our journey will help you discover Sierra Nevada. Let's talk about the best time to come to Sierra Nevada and what the conditions are actually like. With the season starting sort of mid-December and finishing late April, some years even into May, this is the best time to come to Sierra Nevada. Let me tell you about the days. Weekdays are normally really quiet, and the best time if you really want the slopes to be emptier or not as busy, and weekends can get really, really busy. So watch out with those weekends, and especially with bank holidays, because everyone from the Spanish coast rush up to the Sierra Nevada when the conditions are great on weekends and bank holidays. One of the coolest things about this resort is that you're only 2.5 hours from the coast, from Malaga, for example. So you're able to ski in the morning, ski throughout the day with these conditions like you see behind me, nice fluffy snow, and then drive down to the coast of Malaga or Granada within a short 2.5 hours and enjoy the sunshine. And that's something I think that only Sierra Nevada in Europe has to offer. Let's talk about where to stay. If you want to spend some time in Sierra Nevada, you have two options when it comes to accommodation. Option number one is to stay within the resort itself, which is Sierra Nevada, or to stay in Granada, which is half an hour away, and drive up every day. And if it's your first time coming to Sierra Nevada, I really recommend that you stay within the ski resort, and particularly in Prado Llano, which is the main square, the main city. There's plenty of hotels and plenty of options, and that way you'll really get to discover what Sierra Nevada is about, instead of driving up every single day. How about hotel prices? Well, there are so many options, and that's actually a really good thing because we've got something to suit every single budget. We prepared a breakdown of what prices look like. So in terms of prices, budgets or places can start from around 40 to 70 euro per person per night. Those are the cheapest options. Then you have mid-range hotels like for 90 to 150 euros per room. You have sort of higher or better hotels from 300 and more, and then you have the ultra high luxury hotels like Marbella and the Lodge, which is more than 800 euros a night, and those are considered ultra luxury. Obviously, these prices depends on the season. When it's the high season, it's this time now where we're in, where you're gonna be paying top dollar for the night. Then in the lower seasons or weekdays, you normally get a better rate. Now, you always have the option of getting a cheaper accommodation in Granada, which is 35-40 minutes drive from here, but then you have the disadvantage of having to drive up and drive down every single day just to ski. What you see behind me is Hotel Marbella, and we decided to choose this location for the special occasions and to bring our 22 High Homes rock stars on a sort of holiday trip to celebrate our 2025 success. Now, let me tell you guys about this hotel, the hotel we're in right now, because I think it's worth a mention. This hotel is Hotel Marbella, and we chose this location because after hitting our 2025 goals, we wanted to invite our entire team here to enjoy, the most amazing experience. This hotel is a 4-star, but I have to say, I would consider it a 5-star. It has everything you might need. Only 29 rooms, so it's super boutique. You're straight on the slope, so you can access the slope straight away. You have an in-house spa, you have gym, you have an outdoor heated pool, and the food and amenities is another level. However, it's on the pricier side of things where you're more or less paying around 900 euros per room per night. But I can tell you the service is absolutely unparalleled. So let's go and walk to the ski shop and let's talk about the cost of renting your equipment, ski passes, and cost of slopes and so on. And by the way, I'm the only one working, you see? So while I'm working hard, these guys are not working, you see? Like they're just doing nothing.
Enjoying it.
Right. We're about to go into the ski sort of equipment rental shop where they do lessons, where they do the ski passes. We're gonna be talking about those three things. Ski passes, how much they cost. We're gonna talk about equipment rental, and we're gonna talk about lessons. Follow me. So, in Sierra Nevada, in every single sort of equipment shop or scattered around the town of Prado, where Prado Llano is, you'll find these machines. And these are where you buy your forfaits. Forfaits are the tickets that you'll use in order to take the telecabins up the different slopes. Now, the cost varies. Let me tell you guys what the costs at this moment are, depending on if you're an adult, if you're a child. At this moment, ski passes are normally between 47 and 66 euros. But now, of course, this depends on the day when you book. It depends, on your age, and it also depends if you're getting a full day pass or a half day pass. Yes, that's possible, and it's a very comfortable option if you're only going to be skiing half the time of the day. If you're coming with kids, obviously they're going to be paying a lower price as well. But now, what if you're not a skier? Well, if you're not a skier, like for example, family members of mine, you can still get a ski pass and get the gondola all the way up to the top of the mountain and enjoy the views. I definitely recommend you guys do that. At the top of these different ski stations, you have lovely places to have a coffee. You'll enjoy the real spirit of the moment. Let's talk about equipment. Most people that come to Sierra Nevada don't bring their own equipment. If you do, well, great. But if you don't, you've got shops like these scattered around, normally in the hotels or in Prado Llano. There's plenty of different shops, and actually it's a great place to, rent anything you might need, from skis to helmets to actual skiing clothes. Let me give you guys a breakdown of how much this would actually cost. I've got some prices here. Renting equipment is actually really straightforward. Prices vary from 25 to 40 euros per day, and then you have to pay a bit more if you need your own clothes. And if it's your first time, it makes no sense to buy your own clothes. I always recommend, if it's your first time skiing, to rent before you buy and commit to long-term equipment. One thing to keep in mind is that at the ski shops in Prado Llano, it can be up to 20 to 30 minutes just to get your equipment. So plan that within your day, because if not, you can waste a lot of time in these queues. Make sure you're there early. Whether you're a beginner or you're intermediate or you're a high-level skier or snowboarder, I can't recommend lessons enough, because you have so many professionals here locally that can help you just get started or improve your current technique. Prices of these lessons vary depending shop to shop, but on average around 65 euros per hour is the price you'll be paying to have a pro teach you what you need to know. Let's talk nightlife in Sierra Nevada, Après-ski. And you'll have to excuse my French. We're here at the hotel of the bar of the beautiful hotel of Marbella. And this is what we want to talk to you guys about, what happens after skiing. And this is something that caught me by surprise the first time I came to Sierra Nevada many years ago, where at night in Prado Llano, everything just explodes into just pure life. There's music in the bars, there's restaurants, everyone is just, enjoying life to the max. You'll hear just music coming out from everywhere, and people, stay out until late. You've got a great sort of combination of different places. If you want sort of fine dining, you want tapeo, or you just want sort of a relaxed drink, there's something to cater for everyone. And if you want a proper après-ski rave party, you've got those places too. After skiing, a lot of people enjoy relaxing, and some hotels are fully equipped with some of the best spas you'll see. For example, the hotel we're in right now. And something that's quite special is that hotels have these outdoor pools that are heated with cold plunges connected to an indoor spa with sauna, hammam, spas. So after a long day on the slopes, you can get pampered within these spas. If your hotel doesn't have a spa, you can always reach out to the Marbella Hotel. They have a spa in-house, and they actually accept foreign guests to come in for the day, just for a day pass. And I believe the day pass is around 30 to 40 euros. So a great option if your hotel doesn't have a spa. It's about the food, but it's also about the drinks. A tradition in Sierra Nevada is to have a drink on the terrace. There's loads of terraces in Prado Llano where you can light a little fire, enjoy the views while you have a beer or a wine. And in Spain and in Sierra Nevada, luckily, these experiences are not expensive at all. Having said all of this, what is a real sort of cost of a trip to Sierra Nevada? We've done the maths for you, and the maths look like this. So for a weekend trip for a couple from Marbella, it might look like, 30 to 50 euros in fuel, around 180 to 300 euros for 2 nights in a mid-range hotel, around 220 to 280 euros for 2 days of lift passes, 100 to 180 euros for rentals, and then 120 to 200 euros for foods and drinks. So realistically, for a nice weekend in Sierra Nevada, you're looking at spending between 500 to 900 euros. And then for a family, around 1,000 to 1,600 euros. But as I explained, the sky is the limit. If you want to be at the best hotel and the best restaurants, you could easily spend 5,000 euros on a weekend. So make sure you plan before you come to Sierra Nevada. What is it actually like to ski in Sierra Nevada? Now, I'm a beginner, so before, haters attack me in the comment section, I'm just learning. But I can tell you the facts. Sierra Nevada is one of the largest ski resorts with over 100 kilometers of skiing slopes. Yes, you heard that right. And one of the best maintained resorts in the world. You have wide slopes that are very well maintained with very good indications, and it's very easy to travel between them. Also, you have different levels for beginners all the way to the pros that slope down the black slopes, which are incredible. So there's a really good mix of green, blue, red, and black slopes. And actually we'll put a photo of what the slope plans look like so you can see how complex this ski resort is and all the options you have if you come here for a weekend. Just to wrap up, I just want to finish with this. The fact that you can live in Marbella where we live, or just close to Sierra Nevada, and have all these resorts and all these amenities within a 2.5-hour drive is something that's absolutely incredible. And that's really our wrap. That's the end of this video. I hope you really enjoyed the content. Like always, if you did, please press that button, like this video. If you've got any questions about Sierra Nevada, you've got any comments about this video, drop them below. We'll make sure to get back to you. And like always, guys, if you want to stay posted with the best information about Costa del Sol, area guides, and so on, press the subscribe button so we can keep you guys posted with the best of the best. I'm off to the slopes. See you guys. Hasta luego.